Hey y'all, you can probably tell by the look at me today is a nasty one. It's great, you can do it at home, you don't need any equipment. We've got 3 rounds for intensity and technique, a 1,200 meter run, 30 burpees. So real straightforward, but don't let it fool you. I don't think it's gonna fool anyone, it looks nasty. So a couple things, what I like to do, especially when I'm working out at home, is I like to get on Google Maps and you can zoom in, you can go to satellite view, you can right click, depends, I don't know how to do it on a Mac, but you can go to measure distance. So you can actually click around your neighborhood and figure out a track. I found 2 different loops, one was 1,300 meters, one was 1,100 meters. And so I did the 1,300 meter first and third round, and then the 1,100 the second round. So I was able to find something close to that 1,200 meter mark. So what this workout feels like, I think it took me 24:15, something like that. So what I would do if I were you, I would throw a 32-minute time cap on this one and just kind of move through. I had it in my head that I was feeling kind of good today, so I was like, I'm going to push the pace and just push the pace and see what happens. I pushed the pace, and it was hard, but I really felt great through 2 rounds. And then going on that third run, I was crushed, and it was just kind of just try and keep moving time. So what I always like to do on my runs, especially when you're trying to push the pace and you're really out of breath, so I really pay attention to 2, actually pay attention to a lot of things, but 2 main things that I don't usually talk about with y'all. One is the slope on the road, and the other is like perceived effort. So what I'm trying to do is if I see even the slightest bit of uphill, I don't put any pressure on how fast I'm going, and I try and just keep moving. And as soon as I see a flat or a hair of a dip, I just keep picking my feet up higher and higher, and it just usually opens up my stride, but then that takes me to my second point, so I'm really paying attention to perceived effort. So what I'm trying to do on the uphills, I'm not trying to care about how fast I go, I'm just trying to maintain an effort level that I think I can maintain that effort level. And then as I'm trying to push the pace, and remember I push the pace just by picking my feet up, not by trying harder, and as I pick my feet up higher, it opens up my stride, but still I'm paying attention to perceived effort level. So I'm trying to get moving as fast as I can, maybe lean into it a little bit more, but I'm really paying attention to how hard I'm working. And for this whole workout, I'm trying to maintain an even balance of how hard you're working. So, of course, you're not going to know what that is, or you're not going to get it right, you're going to have to adjust a million times in this workout. You're going to have to run faster and slower, you're going to have to adjust uphill, downhill. On the burpees, you're going to have to just kind of pick a pace and start, and then about every 5 reps or so, I like to check in, and I like to think, okay, can I be smooth and pick up the pace, or do I need to slow down the pace? But I'm trying to keep the same perceived effort level through the whole thing. The other thing that mentally helps me on the burpees is I just count them 5 at a time. So it's just get them started and get to 5. Get them started, get to 10. Get them started, get to 15. And I never let myself break. I'm always moving, but I adjust going really slow and a little faster based on my perceived effort level. So I'd throw a 32-minute cap. I think fastest people are going to be able to get this done around the 20-minute mark. Again, I was in like 24:15 or so, and this workout is kind of in my wheelhouse. Another thing you can do is if your best mile time ever is between 7.5 and 10 minutes, you might want to just bump the 1,200 meter runs down to 800 meters, and then, or you could do 1,000 meters, somewhere in that range. Or if you're a 10+ minute mile person, I would bump that down to 600 meters. So you can either bump the runs down and go after it, or you can just do it as prescribed and maybe bump up against that time cap. Kind of same thing with the burpees. If you know you're someone who's not absolutely amazing at burpees, 30 every round is so many. So you can bump that number down to 25 or 20. And again, even if you're going 600 meter run, 20 burpees, if you're pushing the pace, this one is going to be nasty. So changing the reps like that isn't going to make this one any easier. It's just going to make it a little quicker. And if you happen to be just a little bit slower and haven't quite developed that running speed or that burpee cadence that can really keep you consistently going fast, then bumping those numbers down might be a good way to work on the speed in today's workout. But it's a fun one. Just kind of warm up, make sure everything's feeling good. I would go for a little run, do some burpees, stretch it out. Run, do some burpees, stretch it out. And then just get this one going and just spend the whole time focusing on, okay, I've got a 20, 30-minute workout. What kind of effort level can I maintain for that amount of time? For most people, it's more than you give yourself credit for, but we can't sprint. So just know, warm up, first few minutes into this workout, you're going to be changing metabolic systems. So usually the first 3 or 4 minutes to me feels worse than the middle time. Then for me, usually when I hit that like 14, 16 minute mark, just changing inner systems again, and I kind of hit kind of a semi-wall right there, and then I kind of get into the groove again. So this workout for me usually has about 2 points. It's about 4 minutes in and 15 minutes in, where I kind of have these different feelings, and then I kind of get used to it as I move on. Enjoy this one. Have fun. See y'all soon.